Guys, I'm surrounded by boxes. I haven't done an update. I didn't do an update last week because there just wasn't a lot to report, and also I'm just really struggling with I'm completely fine with filming videos, it's just editing them. It kind of requires me to edit them on the evening, and in the evening I just want to curl up with a cup of tea and do nothing. So yeah, I'm in a funny headspace. I think a lot of it is to do with pregnancy and just general lack of energy. But this week, so this is my I'm 37 weeks tomorrow, so I'm going to be term tomorrow, but this is my kind of 36 week update. And basically I went for a growth scan this morning. I'm only going to the growth scans to kind of cross the I's and dot the T's, kind of keep them happy, keep my midwives happy. I don't have to go, but I want that to reassure them, because baby was always under the centile line and measuring small. Today baby's measuring on, I think, on the centile or just on the centile, so fine, it's grown, that's fine. I really take these growth scans with such a pinch of salt. They've been wrong with, like, largely wrong with both my boys, so I don't have any idea how big this baby's going to be. I'm starting to think now, if I go right the way through to term, like to full term or over, it's going to be like a normal 7.5 pound baby. I don't think I'm going to have a really tiny baby. I don't know, who knows? Anyway, but so far everything seems okay. The midwife is coming tomorrow for my home visit, and also to drop off the birth box, and I will do a separate video next week of what's in the birth box, what I've kind of got ready for my home birth. What else, and show you some clips of us kind of just inflating the birth pool, because we have tried it out to see how it's done. It's really easy to do. So I'll try and collect that all and put that in a clip next week. But otherwise, generally, things have been okay. I'm not struggling as much as I did with Albert, and I think that might be because Albert was a bigger baby. This baby, I'm not struggling terribly yet. I am struggling with my reflux. It's been awful. It's been horrific, in fact. I can't keep a lot of food down on an evening and have woken up choking on my... This is so TMI. Look away if you don't like anything to talking about sick, but choking on my own vomit. It's been awful. I've got a constant cough, phlegmy. It's again because of the reflux, so I think that's just something I'm gonna have to like grizzle through. And I have a scan next week, both a growth scan, meeting with a consultant, and a scan to see if I've got any kidney stones. And then I guess it's just kind of a waiting game, really. My anxiety's been dreadful. I have been offered an induction at 37 weeks, based on the growth. There's no clinical need for it, but what I don't want is my anxiety to get so bad that I end up just going for the induction because I want the baby out, because I'm scared. And that is kind of where I am at in my headspace at times. Sometimes I can get really anxious and worried and scared and paranoid about movements and not sleeping until I feel a movement. And I'm back in the room. My battery died, so I can't even remember what I was talking about. Sorry about the lighting. In literally the time that the battery died, it's been like half an hour that I've just charged it. It's gone dark, so I look a bit kind of like with a bit of a blue hue. And that there's not really an awful lot to report. Baby's position is what's called ROT, which is rotational octopus something transition. I can't remember. Basically, I'll show you. So here's my bump, if you can sort of see it okay. So baby's bum is here in my stomach, pushing my stomach inside out, what it feels like, and back is along here, and then it's all limbs around here, and then obviously head down. So in this position, this is the position that pretty much all the children have been in, with the exception of Sebastian, sorry, who was breech for quite a long time. So the midwife did say that it could just be that because of the way my pelvis is shaped, the babies kind of prefer to go that way. And I'd say all my labours were pretty much back to back. So Sebastian was back to back, Albert was back to back. I've got a feeling this one might rotate that way and go back to back. It does make for more painful labours, like you feel it in your back a bit more. But I guess now that this is my third, I don't really know any different. So yeah, I don't really know any different. So I don't know how that's going to go. And I did wonder, with Albert, I did go early and he did feel much heavier. There felt like more pressure down there. And whilst there is a bit of that now, it doesn't feel as much at all as it did this time last time, and I'm wondering if that might mean I'll go over because there isn't enough pressure to kind of get baby going. I don't know, but it definitely doesn't feel as uncomfortable as it did with Albert. With Albert I really just felt the weight of him, and he was 7'1", but he was obviously bigger. Gosh, it's gone dead, it's gone so dark. I still look like I've got a bit of a blue hue, so I do apologise, but anyway. So this week so last video you did see my, or you have seen my what's in my hospital bag. I've renamed it now. It's called my what's in my, let's turn this down a bit, labour bag, because I don't want to put focus on it being a hospital bag. I don't want to go to hospital. But I do, you do need a bag just in case anything were to happen before or after labour, and mine broke. So we're going away this weekend. I needed a new weekend bag anyway, so I donated the other one to the charity shop, and the lady's going to fix the zip, and so I decided to get a bigger one, and I didn't realise how big it was on order. It's massive, but while it is massive, it's really handy. It's big enough that you could fit your whole luggage in. I could probably fit a whole week's worth of clothes in here for a holiday, and it fits in your hand luggage if you're going abroad. But the best thing is it kind of opens out like a sort of all the way down, so it opens out like a suitcase, and it will fit all the baby stuff, my stuff and shoes and whatnot, so everything will be in one place rather than in separate bags. I have a memory last time of when we came back from the hospital and I was loading the baby in the car. I think Chris loaded Sebastian in the car, and I left the baby bag, like the baby's hospital bag, which was my catechism changing bag, on the floor, and we drove home, and Chris had to go back and get it. And I ended up doing, basically the minute I got home from hospital, the bedtime routine all by myself, which is just so typical because that's kind of the way things have followed since. So we want to avoid anything like that. But like I said, hopefully we don't have to go to hospital, but I did buy this. So I'm going to leave this linked because I think it's a really nice big bag for travel or for your hospital bag or whatever. Generally it's just really nice. So yeah, I'll leave that link down below. I did make some purchases. This is this is my last pregnancy. I have no plans at all to have any more children, but I do feel a bit sad that because it's winter, I haven't really been dressing my bump or I'm trying to enjoy these last few weeks and trying to like make myself look nice, and though I don't look brilliant right now, you know, just kind of try and make a bit more effort with myself. So I have been raiding the charity shops, and I managed to buy some nice things that look really nice over my bump. So some things that I can probably wear around Christmas time. We have lots going on with the school and stuff. There's loads of like Christmas plays, Christmas this, Christmas that, so there will be opportunities for me to kind of make an effort and look nice. But yeah, basically I bought this top from the charity shop. It was only a couple of pounds. It's just like a long top originally from Topshop, and what I like about it is now anything I buy, which is mindful for yourselves as well if you're a first time mum, whatever you do buy, if you do plan to breastfeed, make sure you can lift the top up. So it is long, it's kind of comes down below my bum, but it is, you know, I can lift it up and continue to wear this if I'm breastfeeding. And I also bought this top, which is from Jules originally. It's beautiful quality cotton, and it goes over my bump so nicely, but at the same time it will be a really nice top to wear when I'm not pregnant. So yeah, so I got that. And then, not that it's the right time of life for me to have a nice new bag, but at the moment there are occasions when I don't have any children, so Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I go out and about, and I basically just use like one of the canvas shopping bags. It's like a Help for Heroes Band of Sisters that I'm a member of, like kind of tote bag thing. It's not like a proper handbag. Basically I don't have a proper handbag, and when the baby comes again I won't be needing one, but when I'm back at work I bought this from the charity shop. It was £10. It's a bit more of a splurge item, but it's a real leather Chiltern handbag, and these usually go for about second-hand about £20, but brand new they're quite expensive. I think they're about 40 or 50 quid. So it looks beautiful, and it's just a really lovely little bag, and I bought that. I just thought I'd chuck that in and show you. I've bought an essential oil burner, burning lots of essential oils, just trying to kind of nest down and get myself kind of into like the right headspace. I have experienced a bit of fear this time, real fear of going to hospital. Having had 2 hospital births, where one I was in at home for, majority of which, hands down, being at home it's less painful, as weird as that sounds. And I think it's just because you're in your natural kind of cozy environment. It was just far less painful. And when I got in the ambulance, literally the pain ramped up when I was with Albert. So yeah, I really just don't want to go to hospital, and will try all I can to avoid it this time. But the fear is starting to sort of set in now and whatnot. Pretty much everything's ready. I've got everything. I just need to kind of actually put it all out. But I don't think I'm going to do that until like I'm actually in labour, to be honest. I'm not going to set up the like little co-sleep or anything until I'm actually in labour. That's it. There's not really an awful lot to report. Next week I will show you what's in the home birth box and all that kind of stuff. I do want to do a pram review as well, because the 2 days, you've seen the mountain buggy. That's the mountain buggy duet, which is what I'll be using when I've both got the baby and Albert. But on days when it's just me and the baby and I'm not baby wearing, I actually have, God, it seems a bit excessive, I actually have a Mothercare Orb pram, and this is still being sold in Mothercare. It's a really popular pram. It's a really good pram if you're limited for space and don't want to buy a separate carry cot, because the carry cot and the pram are together. So I might actually do a review on it. There's not many on YouTube, so it's a really affordable and really economical pram. So I'm going to do a review on that as well next week. And yeah, that's it. I guess I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and yeah, see you later. Bye.